This is going to be a good match. The Skyridge girls have overperformed today. When they knocked out Maple Mountain, the defending state champs, the consensus was that the girls might have a tough time with with Maple Mountain, but they played well, and they not only won both girls matches after being down 2-0 with the boys matches, but they won both mixed matches as well. So I would expect Skyridge's girls to compete. They in this first match will have Jaimi Rawlins and Launi Menke, and they will be competing against Emma Monson and Abigail Emory from Farmington, who have, I believe, not lost a single match today, and have a lot of experience. Emma Monson coming from a very prominent pickleball family in Utah. Emma's sister, Mary Monson, is one of the top juniors in the state of Utah, and plays pro tournaments, and is one of the top collegiate players in the country. And Emma's mother, Helen Monson, is our director here at Utah High School Pickleball Association, does an amazing job. And yeah, we expect to see a good match here. We'll be back in just a minute. Okay, it's 1-1. Jaimi Rawlins starting the game for Skyridge at 0-0-2. And she hits a third shot lob. It goes
unintentionally.
That goes long. And Abigail Emory.
All right, what are the keys for this matchup?
Dart. We're going to find out if the Skyridge girls can neutralize Emma Monson. Emma Monson is probably the equivalent of the Hudson Gilbert in the last match. And we've got a foot fault.
It was actually from the paddle. The paddle hit the ground.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, for kitchen line faults, if your foot is on the line on a volley or any part of your equipment, could be your hat falling off, could be your paddle hitting, but it's a violation if you hit a volley in the air, and even if your momentum takes you in the kitchen 5 seconds later, it is a fault. And Emma Monson serves it long.
Going for a big serve.
And as you know, Tyler, I like it when people go for big serves.
Yeah.
And more importantly, it is important that people vary their serves. Emma Monson parts the Red Sea.
Wow, you don't see that often.
Yeah, right through the middle. Launi and Jaimi Rawlins can't decide who's going to take that ball. And that's one of the advantages of serving middle, is not only do you not miss left or right, but you can cause a little confusion. Emma Monson boots that ball wide left, and this match is starting off a lot like the last one, with Farmington with a quick lead and Skyridge making a run and not letting there get too much daylight. And another missed return, this time by Abigail, and it's 3-3. Emma Monson said we've had just about enough of that, and that will be side out to Farmington at 3-3-1. Tyler, tell us about the referees, where they stand and what they're looking for, and why it's different from maybe other sports.
Yeah, so these referees are great. They're watching, their main priority is the kitchen line, the non-volley zone line, if you're making any violations there. And then they're also tracking line calls. At times they might miss one or two, but for the most part, they're looking for the kitchen violation. And then any other rules that might come up, any other discrepancies.
Emma Monson hits an inside-out forehand that just paints the line to put Farmington up 5-3. Abigail Emory with a little too much on that drive.
Leading up to this, Jason, do they play with referees in their matches?
Yes. So normally during region play, there will be one referee on each court. Okay. And the kids are responsible for making their own line calls, but if a player disputes a call, they can challenge it, and the referee can then overturn it or confirm the call, or say that they don't have enough evidence to overturn it. So,
all right, the score is 3-5-1. Skyridge is still hanging in there. Wow, what a get.
Unbelievable get by Launi Menke. She slices it with the backhand and clips it off the net. An almost impossible shot to pick up.
She just kind of stabbed at it and it went over.
Worked. And Abigail Emory with another great angle. Pulls Jaimi Rawlins off the court.
So you don't see this too often, but she's doing a bounce serve. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, I think it's whatever is comfortable for the player. That rule was implemented a couple of years ago that allowed players to bounce the ball. And you see some even high-level players bouncing the ball. And so it's just, I wish they would have kept the spin serve, Tyler, but instead they got rid of the spin serve and they allowed the bounce serve. So. Oh my goodness, Emma Monson with one of the best drops you've seen.
Wow.
Inside of a pop-up, she slammed it, and Launi Menke somehow digs out that ball from her ankles, gets it back, wins the point for Skyridge, only to be followed by a missed return by Jaimi Rawlins. So we're seeing some amazing plays, some less than amazing plays, but overall, very entertaining pickleball and a very tight match for all the marbles here. Almost all the marbles were at the semifinal. Skyridge playing with a lot of spirit. You see Jaimi and Launi together, unified, pumped up, encouraging one another.
Skyridge is also stacking. They seem to forget it a little bit, but seems to be working out for them.
Yeah, so in this matchup, as Abigail Emory pushes the ball wide right, Skyridge wants Launi Menke on the left. So when they're serving,
wow, that's a good eye to let that one go just barely out, just
very
2 inches.
Good eye. And so they like Launi on the left. So as you'll see, we call stacking. They have both players on one side as they serve, but Launi will run over to the left so she can stay on the left because she has to serve on the right on an odd score. And she's trying to take up a lot of court, but just a little late in doing so. Now they're going to stack on the other side. So they're not quite sure what they're doing. Launi needs to get to the left of Jaimi. And that ball I actually thought was out. Dispute on the call, a late call from Skyridge. I think the ball was out, and I think Emma Monson knows it was out. She's a very good sport. They're not contesting it. A very late call by Jaimi, but I think she was right. And they will do the side switch at 8, and we'll take a brief timeout.
All right, we're back. Jason, what are your thoughts so far? Are you a little bit surprised?
No, this is an excellent match. I mean, at the beginning of the day, if you told me the Skyridge's girls would play as well as they played today, I would have been surprised. But given how well they played today, I'm not too surprised.
All right, so Farmington is down 6-8. What do they need to do to get a few more points?
I think Farmington needs to try to avoid Launi Menke right now. And now they just hit one to her, and she made a very difficult play to get it back over. But I think that Jaimi is doing great, but Launi's the stronger player, and I think Farmington needs to do exactly what they just did to try to make Jaimi Rawlins take a lot of steps, try to inside a pop-up and take advantage of those pop-ups. And Jaimi Rawlins misses a return. And once again, just like that boys 1 match, we are back and forth here, and this is anybody's match. And just an incredible top spin drop by Emma Monson to Launi Menke's backhand. She can't handle it. And Farmington opens up a 1-point lead.
That's a great shot.
And that great shot set up by a great serve, which incited a short return. And short returns mean trouble because the serving team, which is the only team that can score, here's another high one. When you have a good serve and you generate a short high return, you then have the opportunity to drive a ball. The returning team has an advantage because they can return and get forward. But the serving team, they have to hit a great first shot drop or drive. The best way to get a good ball to drive or to drop is to get a short return, which is created by
There it is.
By a good serve. So these girls fighting, you can feel the emotion, their teammates, their families, vanquished foes surrounding the court, wishing they could be in this moment that these girls are embracing. Jaimi Rawlins gets a return right on the line. And Launi sails the ball long, a little off balance. And Tyler, how do you handle these balls that are a little out of your reach that you can't really do much with, that are low? What do you like to do when you get one of those balls?
Yeah, those are tricky. I always tell people the safest shot almost always in pickleball is to go middle. So if you're off balance or you're out of position, the best thing that you can do is almost always go back middle. Just drop it over right in the middle. That will give you time to get up to the net and kind of get reestablished for the next balls.
And when you're at the kitchen line dealing with a third shot drop that's a little low and a little difficult to deal with, instead of stabbing at the ball, it's a good idea to let it bounce, give yourself some time. You always want to put pressure on the defense, but if you can't do anything with the ball, better to let it bounce. Skyridge,
with the first timeout of the game,
after dropping several points, takes a timeout. They're trying to get back in this, trying to re-engineer some momentum, and trying to get to mixed, where they hope that Huddy Gilbert can bring more magic and get them to the finish line or to a dream breaker. We'll take a brief timeout. And we are back in play. Skyridge has used their timeout. 13-8 for Farmington. They're knocking at the door after a missed return by Jaimi Rawlins.
This is game point.
It is game point, 14-8. Emma Monson with the ball in her hand and wants to finish this off right now.
And that's match.
15-8, Farmington. They lead 2-1. And we are about to go into mixed as we await the results of the other Farmington girls match.
So that's kind of what I thought would be the end result of this match. However, they were tied in that middle for quite some time.
That's
and they
right.
were actually down for a little bit.
Yeah, this looked like it was going to be anybody's game, but Emma Monson and Abigail Emory absolutely
Tough as nails.
locked down. Emma high-fiving her sister Mary, the storied junior.
Doesn't this make you want to go back to high school?
Absolutely. I'm just a couple of years away from that, but I still wish I could go back. No, this is just.
So real quick, this is the second year that we've been doing the high school pickleball. What's in the future for high school pickleball here in Utah?
So we are in the process of trying to get the sport sanctioned with the state of Utah, and we are working on official sanctioning, which we hope will happen in March. But if not, it will be deemed an emerging sport, which will be the case for 2 years until they review it again. And at that point, we presume that they will make it an officially sanctioned sport. So it looks like most likely that in 2028, it will be a sanctioned sport in all high schools in the state of Utah. We are functioning and operating it as if it is a sanctioned sport. I think for a lot of the kids who are playing this, they don't even really quite know it's not a sanctioned sport. For them, they're competing and enjoying it and having the experience, which is what we set out to do when